All right, I do know that we were supposed to discuss the, board resignations, at our last meeting. So did we get anything submitted from those individuals who were resigning?
I think we did. Karen
Who is it?
probably has that. From, Casey and from Charlie. So, they sent their resignation, and they said that they would, participate as needed if we needed them based on their profession.
Okay. Do we have a vote on anything to accept their resignations? Let's have a motion at this time to accept the resignations from the two board members who resigned.
I'll make a motion to accept the resignations of Charlie and Casey.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, the next thing on the agenda is to discuss, the contract renewal for Fair School, which is Burger, it ends in May, correct? Of 2025 this year. We were to discuss extending it throughout the term until the, school closure or whatever is next is finalized. So that would, did we set a date, or we just say throughout December, what did,
So we have to, it has to at least be through December for audit purposes, because as long as we get everything together for audit and we get that done by December 31st, after that. I don't think like that's exactly the end, they still want somebody that's gonna be there to answer questions and things like that. So, I would say, because the board can't dissolve until everything is done. In my opinion. I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, I don't think. we
I
can.
can imagine we still
I was
need to
saying, we
be,
still need to be-
yeah.
We gotta vote on the audit. So,
Yeah.
I think that maybe we could just say, extend it to December, and in December, we'll revisit, and if it needs to be extended for any.
When is the audit?
December. I mean, that's be submitted by us.
So once it's submitted, then we still gotta come back.
Possibly to whatever final stuff that is.
So why don't we extend to January then? You know what I'm saying? January and February, I'm just thinking, it doesn't make sense to extend the month is due, when we probably gonna have.
Okay.
Right.
So extend the contract for February, is that what you said?
I would say February.
February
Yeah.
2026?
Yes. That's my recommendation. I don't know what y'all thought.
I say we should extend it all the way to the last day of February and then revisit, because what if there's something beyond that time?
I agree.
The last day of February, and then we meet to see where we are, and if there's anything beyond that, so we extend it beyond that. That's my hope.
So February 28th.
2026.
2026.
So are we voting on this?
So
Yeah, we'll send it to the board, the full board, right?
she's on escalating now. So with, I just have a question. So with that, do we need to, well, I guess you would do the rest of the stuff with the folk that you would need till that time too, right? Okay.
We need to vote on with staff too, or?
No, I think she would handle that part,
She would handle that.
once we extend her till then. She can handle what staff she would need until that time.
Can we go back a moment? I know we voted on the resignations, I think we need to adjust the wording to, what have been to the full board.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
you
to accept.
amend,
To accept.
so you're recommending to amend the previous motion,
Correct.
to recommend to the
Full
board
board.
the resignation. So we're
Sorry,
amending,
let's start all over for that, for me,
so we're
recommend
recommending
to amend.
to amend the previous motion to,
Recommend the resignation.
to accept, yeah,
To
To the
accept,
full board.
the resignations of,
accept the resignation.
To recommend to the full board to accept.
so we're amending to recommend to
The
the board,
previous motion.
to recommend to the full
To
board.
recommend
Mhm.
to the full board.
Because we already did do that.
That's what I was thinking,
Previously.
okay with it, okay, all right.
To accept.
She never came.
Yeah.
The resignation. Of Sheila Cost. And C. Peterson. Effective immediately.
Yes. And I second your amendment to the motion.
So it was, Crystal made the motion. Marcy's. Person and person second. Vote.
So, all in?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions?
Now, the
It has
next,
been-
next vote, will advance
So
the
now the
plus,
next one.
plus,
We need a motion, right?
because now we need the actual motion.
Right.
What do we want?
Just copy.
This is the motion to recommend to the board to extend that.
This is the actual motion.
Oh, for the.
Yeah, so copy, motion to recommend, copy all of that. So the first one is the motion to amend.
And now,
Now
I'll
it's the
make the motion to recommend to the board,
And
and I'll second, of course.
who's making the motion and who's?
I'll make the motion. Kristen second.
Mercy.
So all in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions?
No, my motion passes.
Motion passes to recommend to the board.
And to the record that Karen Myers attended, is in attendance. And we just voted to recommend to the board the resignation of Casey and Charlie.
Okay.
Decided upon.
That's good.
So, and we were just getting to Dr. Berger's, we were discussing it, so it was recommended that we extend the contract. We had a vote on that.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, so it was recommended that we extend the contract to February 26th, only because the audit is in December. And we could probably still have to come back and close out, so we got 2 months to do that. So recommend that we extend her to February 2026. That was the recommendation. And that's what we're discussing. So do you have any comments on that? Okay. So I will make the motion that we recommend to the board, I'm gonna do it right this time. Make a motion that we recommend to the board that we extend Dr. Berger's contract to February 26th.
I say.
2026.
Isn't it seems so far?
I know.
It's not come so quick.
It is.
A motion.
My motion and Chris's second.
talked about this like before, but they are able to now come in and detain anyone. Now, we have come together, we have a policy that was drafted by our attorneys. This policy is basically what everyone will follow in the event that immigration comes in to try to detain students or staff members or whatever. The policy indicates that, in order for them to be allowed on our campus, they have to have a specific type of warrant, which is a judicial warrant signed by a judge, not an administrative warrant. So that kind of takes, immigration a little bit out of the picture, like you can't just come in here and pick up somebody because you want to. It has to be signed by a judge, which means it has to be, approved by a number of people, like they have to plead their case to be able to get a judge to sign it. The policy also states that, you know, like what we are going to do in the event that someone comes in. I've attached the policy to the, and so I'm asking that we immediately, accept this policy or recommend to the full board, to adopt the policy so that we can then give our policy to our contracts, so like our bus company, so that they can know, what they need to do, as well as our security company who works here. And we can also provide, the law enforcement with a copy of our policy so that, if they should come in and try to, detain anybody, they know what our policy is. So I've attached a copy of the policy, but I'm asking, that it's imperative that we get it approved and signed immediately because, we are at risk without having a policy in place.
I have a question. Does the policy cover, when we were saying school grounds, does it cover that bus that they're on?
So it covers the bus, but it doesn't cover the bus stops.
My next
Because
question
it's public
is
property.
the perimeter of the school. Once that bus pulls up and they step onto that sidewalk, that's the perimeter of the school. It begins, the protection begins there. You know, or they have to be inside.
So yes, the protection can begin on our school grounds, so we consider our school grounds. But sorry, it's just hard to say.
It is.
But, yes, the protection begins on our school grounds. And we'll have our bus companies with a policy, our front office with a policy to hand to anybody who decides to come. And, we have, we're working on procedures in the event that, someone does come, so that everybody knows exactly what to do.
So it means like not opening the doors or not, they show.
It means that, as long as you're bearing good, it means that, you know, different things that we may need to do, different measures we need to do to ensure that we are following the policy and that the warrant is a judicial warrant, and not, an administrative warrant.
Okay, so do I need to make a motion for this to go to the full board, or this has to go to the board? I make a motion that our policy on interactions with law enforcement and ICE, be recommended to the full board for vote.
I'll second. Okay, yeah, say that again, motion to,
Written policy on immigration enforcement.
chair for the, to vote on a recommendation, to vote on chair for the governance committee.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
So it has been amended, so now we would recommend that
Guys,
we.
you're going too fast for me, give me 1 second.
Oh, I'm
So we're trying to figure out how to go back.
No, we did vote, it's our committee chair, so we just voted.
Effective immediately or next meeting?
For the committee?
Committee?
Yeah, effective immediately.
Who made the motion?
I did.
And second? Person? Motion passed. Now,
Now we do the dates.
now we have to, vote on the governance. Recommended title. How do you do it?
Isa.
So Percy recommends.
So we will take a vote on the recommendation of Tanya as chair. All in favor, aye. Any nays? Any abstentions? Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Yeah, what we had in the minutes last month.
You have copies of the forms? To what, discuss or sign? The board minutes. Okay, so let's look again. Yes.
Okay, our closing items, the next thing is our, board meeting, the next board meeting for governance is March 19th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Is there any public comment at this time with entertaining it? Well, at this time, I'll take a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting has been adjourned. Thank you.
So the mission of the school is to educate and nurture a diverse learning community through the International Baccalaureate Program, world languages, and intercultural appreciation to succeed in the global economy. We're going to report attendance now. Karen Dwyer.
Andre Winfield,
Crystal Walker.
Whitney, and then Thomas.
She's recording. Adele Burbank, person, Nancy.
Next on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the December 18th Finance Committee meeting. We can send them out in the packet. Can I get a motion for the approval? And a second? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next on the list is to review our financial reports for the period, if you have it right, Emily, November and December 2024? Okay.
First of all, Mike Dunn, my son's apologies, we definitely much later than we wanted to see stuff in track of the sense about. These are honors, I'll share the financials of the finance committee. So we did share the November financials and then also the December financials. I don't know if you want to go over both, or if you want to just go over the December financials.
Just the December.
But otherwise, both the November and the December financials is available. As of December 31st, 2024, our year-to-date operating surplus is $162,152 compared to the year-to-date budget deficit of $78,818. Our total, pretty much for the total revenues compared to what we have budgeted is slightly less, and this is based on our student population. On that, both Mike and I are working on revising not only the school budget, but also the grant budget. Because with our student count, we budgeted based on 395 students, and as of February 2nd, we were at 369 students.
369.
Yes. So as he and I do the revision, I'm taking the average of the number of students to base them on our budget, because now that the state has got the February 1 number, they'll make the adjustment on the MFP. So even though they're giving us more MFP at the beginning of the school year, over the next couple of months, that MFP will start to get. So he and I are working on that. On the grant side and everything, we have, there was an adjustment to the grants, since there were more funds available, they've given us more funding. So for us to be able to keep going down on that, we have to submit another revised budget. This past week, I believe, not only with the academic team, but the facilities IT director, was the areas where we have the biggest expenses. To look at and say, like, we budgeted this, we put this in the super annual, so do it. And if that cost is less, I would adjust the budget. Or if we haven't done it, we will do it in between now and May. I want to keep that on the budget. Otherwise, if there's something we haven't done, but we've had other expenses, I want to be able to draw down on that so that I can have a balance budget.
Listen, I can't hear hardly a word you're saying.
Sorry for the switch.
Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem. So with that, looking at our expenses with our school foods, we're slightly better than the year-to-date budget, with more participation with the students, but again, because our student enrollment is low, our student, the students who eat breakfast and lunch will also go down. But we should be good. We did get the reimbursement on the ESSA grant of $343,000, which was those funds were in addition to the sort of reported separately. With our expenses, looking at it with our expenses compared to what was budgeted is lower than that. Areas that we saw increase with the salary, well, going back to the salaries, because some of the positions started later in the year, we budgeted it at the full year, but then now that we're revising the budget, we're making those adjustments so that we're not gonna show surpluses. And if we have positions that never got filled, but it was in the budget that got approved, we will make adjustments. Because in those areas, our substitute teachers, we had a smaller budget for that because we were hoping to fill all positions, but because that didn't happen, we're gonna have to move funds. We would have had salary approved to substitute. Our benefits cost and everything is a lot lower, again, based on 100% of staffing having benefits, but not 100% of our staff have the benefits because they're probably dependent on their spouse, or have other private insurance. And then the biggest expense we've had is with the facilities, and that is with the repairs on the AC units. And it looked like every other day, AC unit is breaking down. Our insurance expenses, those are on the high end, and it makes it look like we have a variance, but that only explains it because we have a front up the insurance payments. But as we go over into the month of June, all of that will start to zero out. Supplies will be good, expenses on the annual dues, the great awards, those are other funds that we get. From that, our balance sheet with our operating cash at Hancock Whitney, we're $1,091,906 with the 46 days of operating cash. Accounts receivable, pretty much is 271. I have been going through the detail aging report because some of it we had to go back to head office to give us some explanation, because some of those aging detail reports are from prior school years, the 2023 and the 2024 school year that we're looking at. And likewise also with our accounts payable, that number of 89,000, some of those payments have been made, the journal entries were created, so we're trying to say, well, wait, do we do double entries for it to show up? And everything. Other than that, the loan payment, that's our SBA loan has started. The line of credit was paid in full, so we, line of credit is back to zero. I hope to keep that way.
You pretty much have to, yeah.
Yeah, but I would rather stay away from going and also pay off on the SBA. And just other items overall, like the cash flow, like I said, Mike and I are working on it to try and monitor that. Hopefully, for the next finance committee, we will have the last budget. Fingers crossed, it's not an adjustment of 5%, because if it is, then I have to come back to the whole approval process.
I know we're in February, and these are as of December, but have we resolved the money that's tied up in Anyfield clearing?
I have closed out the account, and because we're asking for 4 years of data done, I've got to pay that, it's like $250 for every year, so I've got to then do, once I pay that, go do all the data download, and then any funds that's there, they'll be funded back to us. They're not gonna give me money, I'm trying to get that money out, but until I get the data done, for the last 4 years.
But do we really have $93,000 like sitting there in their account? And it's our money and they're not giving it
They're
to
not
us?
giving until the account is closed, totally done. So it was closed effective the January 31st, because we still had to run tenant plans using some of that information from that. And then now paying for each year to get all that data. And that's the last payment I have to do, close the account. But in the meantime, no one is sending any invoices love to get that money back, because they're getting interest on us.
Right, that's a big chunk of money too.
It is, it is. That's pretty much where we are. Anyone have any questions or concerns?
What's ROU asset? It's a balance sheet. We have an asset and a liability, on the same, you know, almost the same amount.
What's it, Judy?
The balance sheet,
Oh, Mama, sorry.
this is a term I'm not familiar with. If you want to check into it, we can get back to it.
Yes, because I, that is not.
It obviously cancels each other out, so I have no idea what it is. I'm trying to think of all the words that it could be.
Right.
Right? Now, new one on. Has something to do with leases.
Accounting concept.
And that's
Leases,
what
right, yeah.
leases. Okay, so then that would be all the leases that we have on our equipment, that's some of them are beyond the date of the charter study. So we reached out to the vendors to let them know. Some of the vendors have come back and said, well, based on their feedback, but we still have another year on it, so that's what we're doing.
That's probably,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just fair.
because it's on your fixed asset, but I will do it.
Okay.
That would be all the lease of that equipment.
I need a motion to recommend the, November, December financials to the full board for acceptance.
My motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstention? Okay, motion passed.
Sorry, what was the first one?
To recommend to the full board financials.
I got that.
Acceptance.
I didn't see the real Crystal was first, what was the second?
Me.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is an update on the budget revisions, for the rest of the school year and the close of the school year. And, if you can just give us a brief, review of the process and procedures that have taken place and, you know, as y'all go through that process.
So with the budget revision, this might, and I made the proper maker, we kind of went through everything line item, go from it, and also our expenses. And then any questions or answers she had for us, we were able to, fill in the blank form and take notes. So that we're not gonna do that, or this is change, whether it's a different vendor or a different provider, to make that update. And then from there, then I met with the academic team. back and forth with this, directors respectively, respectively. I'm hoping that I meet with my, either much longer or with Brooklyn. If those are expenses that I'm just, like, I can't put a dollar, I mean, I can't put a dollar on, but there would be more or less.
Right,
so
because
it is-
one of the things I was concerned about was, staffing needs. Once the school closes, we will still need some staff, to finish out the whole process. And, you know, at this time, in my mind, I can't even imagine who we're gonna need and how much we're gonna have to pay. And we have just, voted to recommend on Dr. Berger's extensions, and we know that number's solid. But she's gonna need help, and so, you know, I wanna make sure that I voice that, so it's written down on a piece of paper and accounted, you know, included in the budget.
Do we want to speak to that?
No, in terms of, we've been meeting with the transition team, with Louisiana Department of Ed, and we definitely need, Ms. Emily, who's our finance person, and we also need Ms. Aviva. I'm not exactly sure about how long we'll need Ms. Aviva, it all depends on how long it takes for us to get out of this building. The biggest challenge is, and I need to talk to them and see if they would consider giving us an additional month in here, because they have not responded favorably, or responded at all, actually, on whether or not we have to host our summer program. And if we have to host our summer program, which is looking like we will, then that summer program, our summer leave is the last full week of June. So we're looking at having students in the building until around June 28th. And if we have students in the building until June 28th, we can't be gone by June 30th. It's not possible. Although the plan is to keep all the students in the summer program on the top floor and work, second and bottom. And although we're not taking everything out with us, we still need additional time, because once that's over, then we have to schedule 2 walkthroughs, with facilities. One walkthrough with no PS, because this is their building, and one walkthrough with LDOE, because everything in the building that we purchased technically will now belong to, them, or, depending upon what funds the items were purchased with, belong to whoever gets those items. So if it was a private grant, that's one thing, but if it was, a grant that said, you need to keep this for this many years, and if not, it goes to blah, 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 then we have to decipher all of that. So we're working right now on a, transition list, that relates to all things data, finance, and facilities. And then the facilities piece of it, we're working on, transition, we call them, the list of all the items in the building. Inventory, thank you. Senior brain. Inventory with, their funding sources. And so that's what we're working on right now. So it looks like if yes will grant us an extra month in here, it's what we will need, and we'll probably need longer than that. So I at least need, Ms. Emily up through, the audit, and at least Ms. Anita for another month, so.
And-
Now, also, sorry, and because LEAP is so late this year, I will also need someone to work on for at least another month. Finance through December.
The summer school, program, is there additional funding for that, or is that just part of our MFP we just got?
So summer program was always, budgeted out of our regular MFP.
And then the other thing I wanted to put out there, so that other people, know, my understanding, and it could be old, old rules, is that we are a nonprofit organization as Voices. So anything that was spent with private money for the school remains with the 501c3. And at point of, ending, you know, we can sell that stuff, we can donate it to another 501c3. That's pretty much our choices, but any private things that are tagged remain with the 501c3. Anything that was purchased with MFP money goes back to the state. Or, yeah, I guess it'd be the state, not the city. Okay, so, is that all? Emily, we finished? Okay. Next, let's hear from development, an update.
So since we last met, at the end of 2024, we did, send an interview appeal to our alumni. We didn't really get anything back, but we tried. We were planning to reach out to them again, we can touch on that in a little bit. We also sent tax letters to all of our donors for the 2024, tax year. Upcoming fundraisers that we have coming up, we are registered for Canola Day again, so please save the date for May 6th. We would love for all of you all to contribute. We have submitted a permit for Jazz Fest, so we are going to have Jazz Fest parking again for both weekends. It's gonna be $50 a car, and it'll be throughout the entire weekend with all the Jazz Fest dates. We are working on the community fair. So, I'm gonna say a few things and I'm gonna turn it over to Grace and Linda because they've been working really hard on it. And they've met on it. I have requested from the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office a 20 by 30 tent. I'm waiting to hear back from them. Grace did say that we probably need to apply for a permit for that as well, so I'm planning to submit that this week. I also have sunglasses, sanitizers, and cups, IHSNO branded materials that we can give away at the fair. So just keep that in mind. It's also that we bought for recruitment, but now we don't need it anymore. And then I'll turn it over to you guys so y'all can just talk about a little bit about what we discussed, and then we can get some meeting dates on the calendar, just for future planning.
So I have a timeline, a working timeline of when we want to get everything kind of finalized by. The big thing that we need to do right now is finalize the flyer, which my goal is the end of this month, so we can start just blasting out on social media. I have a list of, I kind of broke it up into like sponsors, exhibitors, like people that we want to come just be a part of the community fair, because our goal is to make it like a resource, like connecting the community with resources. So like the Chamber of Commerce, community colleges and universities, Oshner, the Blood Center, Oncoming Construction, Scouting America, Tiger Rock, Head Start from New Orleans, Junior Achievement of New Orleans, and New Orleans Library. So we want those people to come and just set up a table, share information, share what they do, kind of put that out there. And then we're looking for vendors, so like what I could do, the juice again, maybe some local artists. So my plan is to go on Saturdays to the night market at Frenchman Street and just kind of like talk to those people, see if they would be interested in just coming to set up their art and display it here. Yes.
Both of our art teachers are artists, and they both sell items outside
and just really send them off with like, hey, we got some good connections, some good networking happening. Another thing that we were thinking about too is like having like Tiger Rock come do a demonstration. Like we have Taekwondo classes and stuff like that, so maybe they could have that one of their classes happen that day here during the afternoon. And then another idea I had was having like professional Q&A, so pulling from our previous board members, our current board members, or our own contacts. We have like people who are architects, healthcare professionals, IT, salesmen, bankers, engineers, real estate investors, educators, economists. Like, we could just talk a little bit about what we do, and then open it up to students to ask us questions. Like if they found something that kind of struck their fancy, if they're like interested in construction or retail, like pulling from those resources that we had. So I'll need the old list of anyone who's been a board member, if someone can send that to me, and I'll start calling those folks. And then I need a volunteer to help me make phone calls. Like I'm happy to make phone calls and spend the day making phone calls, but I need someone to tag team that with. So next up would be just to confirm the people who would be here. That's gonna happen between the 17th and the 29th. And just recruiting people to like set up tables, chairs, music. I'm happy to put up the money for the crawfish bowl, but I'm still trying to get a vendor, so I think you might have to contact you.
Yes, so, I did reach out to somebody who's done it for, an event that I had called for in the past. And so the pricing that he gave me, he said is, an estimation obviously, because it's 2 months down the line and the price of crawfish can change.
Yeah.
So he thinks that it'll be lower by the time we need it.
Okay.
With the quote he gave me right now, it's for like, look, the boy deliver it.
Yeah.
You will cook it on site, $765, so it's not bad. And that's for 150 pounds of crawfish.
How much?
$765 for 150 pounds. And that's with potatoes, corn, and mushrooms.
That's what?
Is it what? Potatoes, corn?
No mushrooms.
With
There was
potatoes?
mushrooms last year, so I
Yes, so what was it?
Oh!
What are the sides?
It's corn, potatoes, and mushrooms.
Do sausage, no mushroom.
No mushroom.
Okay, sausage.
Sausage.
I'm sure it'll be similar.
So I volunteer to cover that, and then whatever we recover, like that's gonna be my donation. But we just, if someone else can chip in on other like food, if we can do like nachos, hot dogs, that kind of stuff, I feel like that sells pretty easy.
If we can coordinate with our senior team, it would be great if we can get them to do things like maybe sell the nachos,
Yeah.
and stuff, because they are, trying to raise some money for, their senior trip. So if we could like get some, put it out there and get some seniors to do that, that would be great.
Yeah.
Also, I would add on there, since it is in the school community fair, to add, something like performances for the students. So
Okay.
like a jazz band can maybe play a couple of songs.
Okay.
We can probably get some of our students who performed at any of the festivals to do the things that they did at those festivals, whether it was like for the tech festival, maybe some kids that were doing the fan dance, or for the Hispanic Heritage Festival, they were doing their things, or reciting poetry or whatever. We're having a Black History Festival coming up, so I would suggest that we get student performers, just to showcase, what they do, and maybe even get the IB students to showcase like their art, because the IB art, IB art is pretty good, so we can get some students to showcase their art. And then also, I would also suggest some other forms of entertainment,
Yeah.
that could be for the little ones, maybe it's,
Face
yeah,
painting.
face painting, bounce house, something like that. Wait, what?
I love the Wiggles.
The Wiggles? Oh my God.
I would hate to see the Wiggles, they're very good, so, somebody knows a Wiggle?
No. There's the bubble Wiggles.
Not the Wiggles.
So logistically speaking, if anyone question I had is like, how do we incorporate students, so that's,
Yeah.
so face paint and,
I also, you know, a lot of IHS alum are like singers and stuff like that now. And Shane, I think he was gone before he got here. He's teaching jazz at Northeastern or something like that. And so he's a trumpeter, so he can look up.
Was it Darren, a dancer, and he just danced
Yeah, he was on the Super Bowl.
at the Super Bowl for,
Yeah, but I
so.
Darren Francis.
Darren is on here.
He's on Zoom.
Darren, you didn't tell us about that.
At the halftime show.
What? That's so dope.
so I also wanted to give, I don't know if everybody has my cell phone number, but if y'all wanna write it down, if you have any suggestions on people that I can contact, I'm happy to harass anyone at this point. It's 616-920-4905, and if you want me to call someone, or if you know someone, or if you wanna contribute in any kind of way, like, I'm happy to add you to the list.
Say it one more time, 616.
616-920-4905.
And what's the date of that?
April 5th. It's on a Saturday from 2 to 4.
April 5.
Yes.
I also just found out we have a teacher who's a jazz singer.
Okay.
Miss Muhammad.
I've already spoken with
And
the
performs
ASWA, and they're asking, give them a list of specific times in which you want people to do, and they'll fill it with the volunteers. So that's help with the money and selling tickets.
I will
Linda.
call my father tonight and see if he's.
I have a suggestion, have you all, spoken with Conseco Grocery here to see if they would be able to donate the crawfish as they are the
We
community
have
store?
spoken with Conseco's a lot of times. We're supposed to have a food pantry with them. There's been no movement from Conseco's.
Okay.
No, keep them on, we can keep harassing them, but
Okay.
I'm just letting you know there's been no movement for the food pantry.
Yeah, so as the,
When you talk to Conseco, just say Percy with Hope Credit Union.
okay.
See if that'll
Ah.
mean
You
anything.
call them person.
Right.
Cause we
Should I ask
funded their building.
Should we ask for one in particular? Do you have a name? I can name drop someone, like,
I'll get you the name of the owner.
Just keep yelling, speak to representative.
You need to talk to the owner or his daughter, they control it.
Perfect.
I can't do phone calls or a lot of emails. I had Darren calling people for me because unfortunately my job makes people not very happy with me. So I was like, can you call them? 'Cause I don't want my name.
Also, if you guys are part of any like sororities or fraternities, I was a part of a business fraternity in college. I'm gonna reach out to them to see if anyone wants to either volunteer or have their business donate. But we're coming up with a list of sponsors, so we're trying to have the event, like have them ship in, we'll just advertise for them.
Yeah, sponsors versus exhibitors. That's
Yeah,
why
so
we did
it's
it
two
that
big
way.
differences, like
People who
we
want
want
to be there versus we're just happy.
And it can be both, it doesn't have to, it's not exclusive one or the other, but if someone wants to donate, our goal is to raise like $2,000 maybe for a scholarship for one of the seniors. So that's kind of how I'm approaching this. Does anybody have any other ideas? I can share my massive Google Doc with anyone who wants it.
Yeah, maybe share it with the whole committee.
Okay, alright, I'll do that right now. But yeah, that's where we are with the community fair. So my plans have all of it
Do you
done.
need seed money at this point? Because I know last year I had put up $1,000 seed money, and then I got it back after it was over, but if we need the cash flow, I can help out with that.
Okay.
Also, my facilities team would like to get some logistical information because they're trying to do things.
Yeah.
They're gonna put up, some shade out there starting this coming week.
Okay.
And so they wanna know what else they should be working on right now, because they're big planners.
Okay.
And with, the transition out, they wanna make sure they have everything they need to do.
And the reason I was kind of hesitant to do that is because I know y'all need a hard, or at least a full idea, and we were waiting to get a food vendor, because that's kind of what everything is banking around, like if we're doing a food truck or if we're doing a crawfish, and once we
I don't think
settle.
I can do, I can get nachos up here,
Yeah.
gourmet nachos, from Nacho, average nachos.
Cause like if we did the food truck, then we won't have to put up the money up front, so it would be easy, but it also, we could control the flow if we did seafood, so it's kinda like,
So we can do seafood and then we can have the food trucks and the idea would be to have any of the vendors, on your vendor list, they come, pay like, you know, $100 or something like that, as.
But those resource vendors are.
yeah, they
so-
would really
No, no,
know
not
that.
resource vendors, I mean like folks that will sell and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pay like $100 and then like if I get the nacho person,
Yeah, cause I have a treat vendor, and she's, like a month ago, I was like, hey, do you do stuff? And she was 100%, I'll pay whatever it is, I'm excited, so she's like, how many people are gonna be there, what's the theme, so she's gonna theme it up, she's super excited to come out. And I promised her my tent for my backyard, so she's like, I'm ready, so she, yeah, so.
I gotta go, but, I'll donate, they don't need money, but I don't know how much yet.
Okay.
I'll donate money.
Is this fair? We're speaking about the one that I participated in last year?
Yes, that's why we were all looking at you.
Hey, I'm always happy to bring the juice if there's an opportunity to be the provider for all drinks. I do have a contract with Coca-Cola with my storefront now, so I'm happy to bring and take care of all drinks if that's what you need. I know you mentioned, like the vendors that are not, resource-based might pay like $100 fee. I don't think I made $100 last year. Maybe I made 140, I'd have to look back at the numbers.
Yeah.
But that is not an event that I did that was profitable for business, so.
And that's the reason we're trying to start now, because last year there was an advertisement issue where we didn't get in front of people until the last minute. So as soon as we can get a vendor, we're gonna push.
You can put me down for all the drinks.
Includes.
We're also thinking about doing a percentage, so it doesn't feel like.
That's a
taking
good
off for
thing.
nothing.
That's what I wanted to
You know?
finish with, yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
just a percentage,
you
we can do like,
percentage.
I don't know, 10% of your proceeds.
I do
donate
that
to school.
very
So
often
we're
for
trying to
different
work with
organizations that
Right.
want to partner with me. I give a portion of the proceeds and happy to, advertise that or say, hey, come out to the Open Plaisy community
And that's
Uh,
exactly what we
festival,
want. We want our vendors
where
to
we
help us
will be
advertise
donating
in their
so many percent of the proceeds back into the community to positively impact the kids. That's a win-win outside. I think that's much better than asking somebody to pay $100 when they might not make $100. That
Right.
really makes business owners sad.
Yeah, we want it to make sense.
Well, just like a suggestion.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to mention too, last year, when it was over, we were talking about possibly doing something inside.
That's what the Q&A would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that, I'm saying that so that facilities is aware that we might want to use the auditorium
And-
area.
I haven't confirmed this yet, but I would like to get El Centro to come out and do like a tax event, so where people can do free filing their taxes, maybe in the cafeteria. I was a volunteer for that a couple of years ago, so if they could come set up in the cafeteria, all they need is Wi-Fi and like access to electricity, so they can set up their printers, and it's hands-off from that point, like they take over. So like have multiple things happening at the same time, so we can get the blood center to do a blood drive, and then tax things happening, and the professional Q&A. That way there's a lot of things happening, it's drawing a lot of people, and then we can release them to the back, to the courtyard to do like food and music and activities. That's kind of how I'm envisioning it.
Sounds good to me.
To do a quick alumni update, I know we're kind of quiet, but it's me there right now. So we're doing theory things, in theory, it's technically two, but somebody gave me an idea for a third. So our Valentine's Day party is on Saturday. We did the raffle basket, so everyone is very excited to come collect it on Saturday. It'll be in Chalmette, because finding free places is hard around here. If anybody wants to go, it's $20 at the door, and the idea is any event we do, we give back to the school and whatever we can after I go to Sam's and buy food. Y'all can get the rest of it. But we are also hosting a prom drive that I promised I would do, and I started it, and we got great responses. I'm meeting with someone Saturday to pick up a dress or two. My boss is gonna clean out her closet. She was excited stuff. And with that, she also has business professional clothing that she would like to donate as well, since a lot of seniors are graduating. Not everybody's going straight to college, so they can have clothes to interview in, to go to job fairs and stuff like that. And we have a couple people that are donating men's clothes as well, professional, long sleeve shirts, ties, shoes. And so it's dresses and suits for guys, accessories, shoes, whatever they want for prom, and then also for business professional attire. And so I got
I love that idea.
huge response already. Like the day I posted it, they responded to that more than the party. It was like, y'all just want to spend money. But it is what it is. So we got a good bit of prom donations coming in. And I also suggested if they don't have dresses, they can donate money so that students can buy tickets who can't afford to get it.
And prom is coming, so I love it for, yeah, like if
Yeah.
you have that, you have it, so the kids can maybe come and see.
Yeah, they can come try it on.
Yeah.
And there was someone who said that they know a seamstress who they're gonna try to get in contact with to see if she can help tailor something. So if somebody really likes it, they can help tune it in. So I'll see if they're able to do that. And so I'm picking up the dresses Saturday. And then I wanted to figure out, it's gonna all be at my house. So if y'all don't mind a big box, that maybe I can start directing them to come here to drop it off. Because right now, I was just like, for some reason, I gave people my number, and now I'm getting like, hey, you want to come meet me on Napoleon? No. Just kidding. I hate driving. I'm a lazy person. But yeah, so I'm going to go pick some stuff up and then bring it here, I guess, whenever my trunk gets full, I'll come dump it. Pick up and dump. So
Well,
if anybody has...
office.
Yeah, maybe next week, so you can bring it up.
Yeah, there we go. So if y'all know anybody that has either gowns
I'll do
or
it.
men's clothes as well, like for the boys, any sizes, kids these days, a grown than me. Our tickets $60?
Yeah.
From 60. I know. I was in high school not too long ago. I'm still young. My birthday was yesterday, but I'm still young.
Happy
Happy birthday. So yeah, so that's going really, really well. Like an hour ago, someone said, "Oh my God, we have a prom dress to donate." So at the very least, we're gonna be able to donate some clothes so that students can have some. Maybe now that they can buy a ticket and not have to worry about not being able to do both. Anything helps. And some shoes and accessories, and so I'm trying to get a whole
I
thing.
have all kinds of bridesmaid stuff.
Yeah, I even told my bridesmaids, I was like, if y'all didn't like the dress, and they were like, no, we're gonna keep it. So maybe I didn't pick that right. But I have some bridesmaids dresses to give y'all. They were cute. So yeah, y'all know anybody?
Grace, with that, do you tell people to have it clean or, like, whether as is, like, when somebody else is using it or what? You just
Most people did
bring it nice.
mention that they were gonna like get it dry cleaned, or like somebody was like worried about that, but
Should request.
I also don't mind doing it myself.
Chris, do you have a flyer for that we
I
can
do.
give to teachers and stuff?
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. I have a plan. It's so cute. I stole it from camp, but it's cute.
Yeah, because Gwen mentioned it to me this morning.
I
Oh
saw
my
that.
God, I have some. No, yeah, I loved it.
No, I sent you the flyer.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Oh, hold on.
I didn't see.
Yeah, I can send it to them. So that, you send it to me. Unless you change
Did I
it.
give you the updated one? Because I forgot to, because I said, go to the school's website. And I was like, let me add the school website so that they know, so that they can.
Ah, well, every time it's a teacher, they know the school website. No, you can send me that thing, I don't think I have that yet.
Okay, so yeah, that's going very, very successfully, on that front. So I'm excited to see all that, and then, yeah, they're giving it to me, so if they give it to me and it's kind of raggedy, I'll see what I can make
You
sure.
might come put it in the point next to that's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, did I not say that?
Most people would want to do it if you just said, oh, as long as, make sure somebody's gonna want to use it and they're young people that, are limited resources, so that would be great if you could just, have it clean or have it pretty so that way they can.
And if you don't want me
use
to
it
have
right.
it clean, donate the money so that we can buy the tickets for them, so at least, either way, they're really happy. I have dresses from 8th grade, so I have a lot to donate. I'm a sentimentalist.
So what do we do if they use
next meeting date will be March 26, 2025, unless we need a meeting sooner. And the reason why I said that was in case we need more time in planning the community fair.
When's the next meeting?
March 26th.
Yes, we definitely will.
May I ask,
But I think we
if
have
it's possible to do a committee for the community fair?
So far, it's just Grace and I.
We're the
Yeah.
committee, so the three of us. So we could do a committee meeting instead of a full.
Well, I'm just saying, if you need me, I'm available, and I did call your 931 number, I called you when you gave me the number, so just lock me in, if you need me for anything.
Text me your name.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, can we set up a meeting today?
And can I get, my facility director on this committee? Does she want to have that?
Well, no, I think, remember guys that I sent an email, you guys talk about what you guys need, you plan it, and then you come and tell us what we need, right?
Okay.
So that way we can just do what you want, because we don't wanna be in the planning, like, we want you all to do that, and then tell us what you need from us to help you.
You got it.
Because we have too much on our plate.
Can I put a,
But definitely keep it.
can we put something on the calendar for the 24th?
Yeah, when? She's part of it.
Next month?
They talk to her all the time.
Would that work for everybody, Monday the 24th? Like, it'll be virtual, we don't have to be in
Yeah.
person.
What is it?
Monday the 24th, committee, community fair, committee meeting.
February?
February 24th.
Then the only thing is, we have to post that on Board on Track and on the door if more than, 3 people,
More than two.
two people who are board members show up.
Okay. Can we?
Yeah, we can put it up. We'll do it.
So the 24th at like 6, I'm thinking.
Oh, just send me the Zoom link so we can
Okay.
post the link. Is there anybody you guys can meet during lunch?
And then it would have to be the 25th. Oh, wait, no. Let me get back to you. I'm not sure. Alright,
I can
lunch is hard for me.
swing a lunch.
Yeah, Zoom in 30 minutes. Let us know.
I'll just find a closet at work. You won't miss me. I disappear a lot. Everywhere.
Okay, with that, would anybody like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Thank you, everyone. Another good timing. My name is.
Yes, ma'am. So you want to go